Let's be honest, letting go isn't the most graceful thing in the world. Sometimes it's admitting that the person and the version of you who held everything together is tired. But here's the truth. You don't have to carry it all into the next chapter of your life. Not the guilt, not the fear, and most definitely not the timeline that someone else gave you. This video isn't about becoming someone new. This video is about shedding the old versions of yourself that are holding you back from the woman you've always wanted to be. Hi, I'm Angel, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, I make videos online for the girlies who are just trying to keep their head above water. Okay, and if you're a returning subscriber, I hope you're well. Now listen, August, she's not asking us to hustle. She's asking us to let go, to reflect, and to move on. More importantly, to move forward. As always, this video is designed for you to reset, reflect, and return to yourself. Now, if you needed a reminder, I am not here to push a productivity boot camp. I am here to guide you towards the woman that you've always wanted to be. To remind you that letting go is the upgrade. Letting go is the future. That you don't have to hold on to the woman you used to be strong. That it's okay for you to outgrow the version of you that was just trying to survive. So as we enter into this new month, take a breath, accept that you have made it here and you showed up for yourself today, and that is the most important thing. As we go through this video, pause, take time, take notes. You know me, I have a little notebook. I'm ready to work with you. These journal prompts are designed for you to ask yourself the hard questions and to take the time that you need to allow yourself to grow. As you look back and reflect on the decisions and the life that you lived in July, I want you to look back with honesty and not so much judgment. This isn't a place to judge. This is a place to grow and to be honest with ourselves, because honesty is the only way forward. We know this. We talk about this every month. As we begin the transition from July into August, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. The first, and probably the most important one of today, is going to be, what came up again last month? What is something that you were convinced you were leaving in June, but it bubbled its way into July and it wants to follow you into August? Now for me, it's consistency. I say it every month. I struggle with being consistent. I struggle showing up for myself on the days that I really don't want to. What is that one thing for you, that one area of your life, where if you could make one change, you would see a monumental shift in your day-to-day life? Did you have any conversations that maybe shifted your perspective? Anything that you learned or you heard that made you think, I never really thought of it that way. I wish I could do things differently. Was there anything that came up in your July that didn't align with the person that you are today? As we grow and we really shed the past versions of ourselves, not everyone in our life sees it that way. And sometimes people like to hold us to the person we used to be or hold us to the versions of ourselves that we are no longer. And it's uncomfortable. Sometimes someone will confront you and you're like, this doesn't even really sound like me. I don't know what version of me you're talking to, but she is not here to answer the phone anymore. It is okay to allow yourself the peace of mind to outgrow conversations and relationships and situations that no longer align with the person you're becoming. This is your reminder that you don't have to carry all that baggage into a new month. It is okay to close the door. It is okay to leave some things in the past. End of chapter. You don't have to carry everything with you as you continue to grow. And it's hard, especially for some of us who are a little bit more emotional, a little bit more sensitive. It's hard to let go of the things that remind us of who we used to be. But just because you're letting go of that baggage doesn't mean you're letting go of the memories and the significance and the moments. It's like moving on from your ex. Like at some point, you got to stop hating them and you got to move forward. You know what I mean? Or you don't have to. Maybe you don't have to, but you can give it a new perspective. I think sometimes we hold on to things that feel familiar, not necessarily things that serve us, physical things that remind us of a memory or a time in our life. But the truth is, it is okay to clear space. It is okay to feel and recognize and move forward. We don't have to keep reliving the same traumatic experience over and over again. What value is that bringing to your life? I really hope none. You are allowed to let go of things that are no longer working, things that you can't quite understand why you keep around people that used to mean a lot to you and you used to share a lot of similarities with, but you've just outgrown, plain and simple. It's not always something dramatic. It's not always something deep. Sometimes the truth of the matter is you are outgrowing the shell of the woman you used to be, and it's time to find a new one. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way things go. You're allowed to rewrite your story. You are allowed to begin again and reset the pace whenever you feel like it, whether that's today, whether that's next week, next month, at the pace that works for you. Allow things to move through you. Allow feelings and thoughts and perspectives to move through you. And when you feel as though it's time for you to make that change, you've let go of that baggage. You've cleared up your space. You've let go of some of that storage. And now there's time to rewrite those memories and make new ones. And rewriting memories doesn't always have to be a negative. It doesn't always have to mean that you are forgetting who you used to be or you're turning your back on your past. It's allowing space for that woman to see you grow into the dreams that she's always had. Is that what I said? For me, July held a lot of questions. July felt very unfamiliar than months previous because I started to second guess everything that I know. As I mentioned, I'm getting married in 2 weeks. As I begin this next chapter of my life, I am scared. I'm scared that I don't know what my future holds. I'm scared that not only my life dictates my future, but my husband's life as well. I can't just say, this is what I'm doing and I'm going with it. I have to consult with someone else. And that's scary, especially for me who likes to run the world. I kept asking myself, is what I'm doing enough? Am I making the right decisions in July to set me up for success for the rest of my life? Is the 2030 version of me going to be proud of the decisions I made this month? Am I ready for the next step? What is holding me back? Why am I holding myself back? What is my fear of moving forward? Am I ready to step into the woman I've always wanted to be? I'm laying all the groundwork and I'm clearing up all the storage and I'm moving forward, but the old version of me is really holding me back. But what I started to realize is I've done the work and I need to clear the noise. I need to clear my own self-doubts from holding me back from my full potential. And that's why for me in August, I want to elevate. I want to move forward. I want to elevate a little higher, as Big Time Rush would say. Building off of my experience, I want you to ask yourself, who are you becoming? What do you need to release from July to step into August as your genuine self? What do you need to release mentally, emotionally, energetically that will allow you to create space for the version of you who you're becoming? Was there an experience in July that drained you? What was it? What happened? Who happened? Where did it happen? Why did it happen? Are there things that we can think about today to prevent that experience from happening again in August? I want you to think of a moment where you learned something, when you felt a shift in perspective. What was it? Was it someone in your life who inspired you? Was it a song? Was it a movie? Was it a TV show? Was it a quote you saw on Instagram or Pinterest? If you're comfortable, emphasis on if, I challenge you to write down in the comments one word, one thing that you are letting go of as you move into August. Write it down, hit send, let it go, and it's not your problem anymore. It's off your chest. Out of sight, out of mind. I want you to understand as we go month to month, day to day, chapter to chapter of our story, you don't have to fix everything in one sitting. As women, we feel as though we need to change everything and everything needs to be perfect in order for us to move forward. Today, I just want you to take one step. I want you to change one thing in your life to make the next day easier for you. You don't have to rewrite it. You don't have to rebrand. You don't need to get out your chat GPT and rewrite your whole life. I just want to know one thing that you can do today to set you up for success in August. One thing that your future self will be so grateful that you did this month. And once you've done that, August will be ready to welcome you. Before we go any further, welcome to your August reset. This is your opportunity to breathe and just recognize that you made it to August. You made it through another month of challenges and growth and experiences. And now we're here. August is here. We are 8 months into 2025. Can you believe that? I literally feel like we were just doing a 2025 reset, and here we are, 8 months in, more than halfway through 2025. Are there any goals that you didn't have at the beginning of the year that you have now? Is there anything that you want to see for yourself before December, before the clock strikes midnight for 2026? I want you to remember that as we go month to month, it's not about resetting everything. It's about focusing in on the areas that'll set us up for success, that will make our lives easier. Most importantly, this is about remembering who you are. Remembering that you're that bitch, you're that girl, you're that woman. Because sometimes, to be honest, we just need a reminder. We go through so much on a daily basis that sometimes we genuinely forget who the hell we are. And today, I want to remind you of who you are and the fact that you chose to show up for yourself today. This is your space to realign and reflect on who you want to be and how you want to enter the next chapter of your life. Chapter 8, how are you showing up for yourself? I want you to ask yourself, what do you want your August to feel like? Not what you need to do, not a checklist or a to-do list. How do you want your August to feel? What do you want to accomplish this month? Why do you want to accomplish it? And why is it so important to accomplish it in the next 30 days? Is it a goal that takes little steps that you need to do little by little every month? Is it something that you've just been holding back and you just need to do it? You tell me. This isn't a sprint. This is a realignment. So take your time. I encourage you to focus on the habits and the people that bring you closer to the woman that you've always wanted to be. Your dream self, the it girl, the woman that your 13-year-old self would be like, damn, I'm her. Like, yes, you did that. A lot of us hold on to versions of ourselves that no longer align with who we are today. And as you enter August, I hope you leave that girl behind. So I have a couple questions I want to ask you, as always. I want to know what your word of the month is for August. For me, it's elevate. I want to elevate and enter this next chapter of my life with peace and tranquility and love. I'm so tired of that feeling of not being good enough and not being loved and being scared to show the people in my life that I love them. Life is too short. Life is too short for us to come back here every single month and start from scratch. It is okay to use the resources and the tools you have in your toolbox today to set you up for success for tomorrow. I want you to take this time to visualize her. Visualize the version of you that you've always dreamed of becoming. And I want you to identify the steps today that you can take to become her. As I step into this next chapter of my life, I am learning to trust, to put faith in my decisions. I'm getting married and I have to trust my husband. I have to trust that I've done enough digging and I've asked enough questions that I'm marrying the right man for me. And it's scary. It's exciting. And there's so many emotions that go with stepping into a new chapter of your life. But the uncertainty of it all, I think, is the worst, at least for me. Although we're uncertain about what August is going to end up looking like, things happen, life happens. I'm not expecting you to have every single moment of the next 30 days aligned. But what would it look like if you could choose? What would you do differently? Building something new doesn't mean that you're losing who you were. I have been really struggling with that as I get older, is just because I'm growing into a new version of myself doesn't mean that I can no longer have love and adoration for the woman I used to be, the woman who got us to where we're going. Building something new doesn't mean that you're losing who you are. It simply means that you're growing into who you're meant to be, growing into something bigger, something deeper, something more powerful. Now that we have made space for our August, I want you to really get in touch with those feelings that align with who you are today. Anchor in. That's what I want you to think. I want you to think of anchoring into those feelings and those experiences that make you feel good. No longer chasing and hustling after things that you don't really align with or that the old version of you would have wanted. We spend so much time every day comparing ourselves to other versions of ourselves instead of recognizing the growth and the experiences that have gotten us where we are today. I encourage you to choose a few areas and themes in your life that will help you align your August. Let August be a mirror of your values and not just your to-do list. Go into this month feeling instead of trying to check a box and try to check a quota. It's hard because the easiest way to get things done is to have a checklist. I know my ADHD girlies get it. But for the rest of us, I challenge you this month to go with where you feel loved and see where it takes you. Just 30 days. I'm not asking you to do it for the rest of the year. Just trust me this one time. I've yet to steer you wrong, but just this one time. The last question I have for you is, what do you want to feel at the end of the month? When you reflect on August in 30 days, what are those things that will make you smile? The things that make you feel like, okay, I actually crushed August. Not every reset is bad. Not every experience is negative. Sometimes it's okay to just reflect and be positive. For me, my August looks like trusting the process, trusting that all the building blocks and all the things I've done so far are setting me up for the woman I'm meant to become. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today and really clearing our head and allowing for August to be the month that we've been waiting for. Whether you've decided to let go of a thought process or a pattern or a destructive behavior, I'm proud of you for recognizing it. I'm proud of you for being honest with yourself. This isn't just a monthly reset. This is your reminder that you are allowed to grow quietly, slowly, at your own pace. As I say, a little by little, a little becomes a lot. And today you took the first step. As always, this corner of the internet is here to support you and love you and lift you up. This I will call our becoming era. This is the era of our life where we become her, the woman that we've always wanted to be. I will see you next Sunday with a new video. And in case no one told you today, I love you. I mean it. Bye, guys.